Hi and welcome to Nerdy Gamers. The game today we're going to be looking at is called Incursion. This is a company created by Cube Noir. So it's simple text adventure. It's based on it's got pixelated graphics. I've had a playthrough. It's very much still in the beta stage, so it's quite simple and it's not particularly that long at the moment, but what you do get to see is quite interesting. So what I'll do is just run you through a quick few things which you can do at the moment. As you can see, we've got the full screen of all the options. Now, one slight criticism I have at the moment is the music and sound volume levels. Turn that all the way up, and I can hardly hear myself talk. And even on the slowest levels it's actually still quite loud. So in order, for instance, if I wanted to do any commentary or recording, the easiest thing for me is to actually turn it completely off, as you can hear. The other bit is when you turn the sound up, the sound isn't too bad and it doesn't actually happen too often, but keeping that at a lower level is not too bad. The music, if it could just be slightly lowered, it'd be doing a lot. It'd be a lot nicer. One of the nice things is you've got the options to skip text, but as you'll also see, you can go backwards in case you've missed something. Now, all too often in a lot of text-based games, if you miss an important piece of text, that's it. You've got no chance. But this game allows you to actually go backwards quite some considerable way, so you can see almost the entire game that you've played through before. But okay, we'll go in and start showing you the intro sequence. As you can see, actually, for a pixelated game, I mean, they've certainly spent a lot of time on this. And as you can see by the circle, so they're not completely conforming to the idea that everything has to be a pixel, which is quite good. Used in the right places and at the right time, it can be very powerful. And but as you can see, they have gone to a lot of detail within this. And this starting screen isn't even one of the best ones they've got. It just gives you a good starting intro, and it just kind of see the level of quality they're trying to put into it. So as you can see, it comes down with a standard sort of like text bar down at the bottom where you can see what's being said. So it's a calm night. The stars shine out against the dark sky. Only the sounds of insects can be heard. First things first, what's your name? So one of the things you'll get to see eventually is what they're planning to. And with this, I'll answer this so you can see for yourself. Okay, we'll call ourselves Nog. For Nerder Gamers. Please meet you, Nog. That's a bit formal. Do you have a nickname? Well, you can call him Bob for short. Aha! And you see, that was going to meet somebody now. Now, quite unusually for this game.
Oh.
Yes. The narrator is a physical person who seems to wander around with you and actually talk. It's quite a nice little idea which they're putting in with it, rather than this omnipotent voice that speaks everything that you're doing. They actually take part of it. Though, as I said, technically they don't exist, which is actually bad for them. But it just allows you to, they actually put somebody in there with you. Which I think is quite a nice idea. It kind of reminds me of conversations that your character in The Bard's Tale would have with the narrator. Now, unfortunately, you don't get into that back and forth. Okay, so we got the name of the village that we came from. We came from Derpville. Yes. So, as you can see, yes, Derpville, there was us and a few farmers. But it was kind of all sort of boring. But we're going out and we're going to go out and have an adventure. So it's telling you that how to save the game. So you not only acts as somebody to tell you about the story, but it also can tell you about things that are going on. So if we press escape, as you can see, it shows all the different save slots just as you said, and so we can return back to the game at any point. and we can just carry on with the story. But it's a nice way of introducing help and information about the game. And also let you know that you don't have to worry about saving it, that it does do auto-saving, which is a very nice feature. But also with the ability, as he says later, it's coming up. Oh, actually, we'll come back and I'll show you the example. I wanted to talk to you a bit about that. Yes, here we go. We'll show it. Right, the rollback feature. This is a very, very useful feature, I think, to this game. So we'll find out what rollback is, because it is going to be useful, because I missed something. It's a really good example to show you how to do it. Okay, so the rollback feature allows you to reread text that you missed by using the page up or page down. So if I do the page up, it'll go back through the different bits that I missed. Now, as I was saying, I was going through and I kind of skipped one of the bits. Now it's here, it says it's important you pay attention and answer these questions properly, because it might change what happens in the game, and even ultimately affect your ending. So it seems like, at least what they're planning, is the conversations that you have and what you actually say will make an impact on the game itself. But now we know what the rollback feature is, we can use this. However, I have discovered a slight issue with the rollback feature at the present time. Now hopefully they'll get that fixed up in the later releases. It's a simple thing. When you get it's when you get through like a cutscene in the middle of one of the transition areas. If you were to accidentally jump forward and then go backwards, for instance, just at the very end, you'll never get to see part of the cutscene, and it just becomes unviewable. So unfortunately, if you miss something important like that, you can just completely and utterly miss it. And yes, it's just getting us to do the rollback, but we're just going to carry on with the story now for the moment. And one of the things is you'll see a little creature appear just here, off to the right hand side during the cutscenes. But as you can see, I mean, we got the circular sun, clouds moving in the backgrounds, but I think they've gone into an awful lot of detail, providing perspective and a lot of detail on the fences here. I mean, a lot of 8-bit, well, I was going to say, a lot of the pixelated games try and go for an 8-bit, so you end up getting very small, very blocky characters, but this has just gone, I think, a step further. And you can see very similar games like this using the Flixel engine. So I'd be interested to know from the developers if this was developed off using, say, a Flixel engine or one of the ports of it. Because normally, from what I know, that's usually used in Flash, but they might have some ports. So it's going through and it's just letting us know that it's about time to go. Obviously, if you want to see the text that it's actually doing, you can either download the game, which is available on Desura. It's a great place to go if you want to catch a load of indie games, either to demo them ahead of time, or just try and pick up some cheap games with knowing that you'll be funding them towards later releases, and also picking up dirt cheap while you're there. I mean, I've got quite a few myself, and there's a few games which I'm looking forward to, which I'll be hopefully getting in the future. Yeah, here we go, and so it's carrying on with the story. I do find his walk quite funny. And this is one of the scenes which really makes me think the level of quality that they can do in this. I mean, I can imagine that flowing water, the deer which are actually animated, and even sort of like the sunrise or the sunset with the graduated, and there's a lot of level of detail. Now you imagine going through a full and complete game with this level of detail all the way through. I think this could be an amazing game. And here we go, now we've gone through, the narrator's done his bit, so he's now come on to actually have a word with us in person. He's complaining about travelling all the way from Derpville, and he's saying, oh, rather than calling this, we should call this place something else, but we're going to call it Derptopia. Yes, I think Derptopia is a much catchier name. So they're now going to go find somewhere to settle down and rest up for the evening, which is quite amusing actually, because we're about to see you're the one who turns up, but the narrator's already beaten you there and has managed to actually find a load of things for you and is going to tell you all about them. And actually, there's a lovely little set of shading which they've done on the cave. Now, it's kind of, I don't know, just the rest of this kind of maybe feels a little bit rushed. But I mean, it's shown they can do a good level of detail on this. I mean, I like the little stone sign, the symbols and the flowers, and a little skull. I think that's a deer sitting on the top. And always the grass. But yeah, I mean, when you come inside, the lack of detail on the walls is not as important because actually it helps illustrate that it's in a dark area and you lose contrast. But it's just they've done just a really good job on this so far. So there we go. We're going to start pushing through the story. Now this is unfortunately one of the areas. Ooh, that was a bit loud, and that's even with the sound turned all the way down to a very low level. But yes, yeah, this is one of the areas where I accidentally skipped forward on using the roll forward, and just a little transition between here and the final area, and yeah, just lost one of the cutscenes coming up. Oop, missed a little bit of text there. There we go. See, that's the rollback feature in action, and it's a beautiful little piece, I think. So this is just telling you about what you're to expect in the story, and by the looks of it, it's going to be sort of like explore the world, find the artifacts, stop two worlds from colliding to pieces. Yes, right here. This is the bit that I lost the first time I checked this out. And I'll just show you, for example. Actually, I have to... Oof. Gonna turn this all the way down because I just can't hear anything. But yes, roll back, and you see when I roll forward, just skip that cutscene completely. And it wasn't. I didn't realise that I could also click on it, but it was just a bit of a shame. But no, it's just one thing. I just thought the cutscene could have been part of it. So it's kind of showing you, and then we come to the final credits, and it just lets you know more about the game. So you can visit incursion-game.com/quest to find out more about it. And there we go. That's Incursion. I definitely think this is a game worth looking out for, and I'm going to keep my eye on it. Okay, that's all for now. I hope you've enjoyed this, and I hope you look forward to the game.